Appreciate you taking a look at our TCO calculator for Microsoft Teams direct routing. You'll see in the document there are two tabs. First, an overview tab, which has directions on how to use the calculator. You can go back to that. A lot of what I'm telling you will be in that overview tab. But the video is meant to serve as a great resource for you to understand the components of the TCO, as well as what actions are required from you in order to build an accurate model to truly represent all the costs associated with building yourself. So when you're building the Microsoft Direct Routing solution, there are two primary different financial components associated with that build. The first is capital expenditures, which you see starting in row 8, and the second is operational expenditures, which you see starting in row 17. As far as the capital expenditures go, there are really four different areas that need to be filled out in the spreadsheet to build capital expenditures. The first is, what are the components? And we've outlined the most common components that have to be acquired in order to build your own direct routing solution. You'll see them listed here: session border controllers, ATAs, PBX if it's needed, as well as PBX licensing, and if the business has contact center at all. Microsoft does not have a contact center product today, so you would likely have to bring your own contact center solution to the deployment as well. The second area is maintenance costs. Depending upon what types of SBCs you're buying, and the typical factors included there are a number of concurrent conversations, as well as the ability for the SBCs to have some type of failover and redundancy services to them, so N+1 type configurations. That maintenance cost can be added to the SBC price. You'll see here I have it plugged at 18%. That can be modified by you if you pay a little bit more or a little bit less on maintenance. That can be adjusted based on what your maintenance contract looks like. And then column D and E has the quantity, so the number of SBCs. If you're building either a local or a geographical redundant solution, you'll likely have multiple versions of these SBCs, as well as sales price for each of the SBCs that you're buying. So for demo purposes, I'll put in 2 SBCs, and I'm going to assume that they pay about $5,000 for each SBC. You'll see my upfront cost in year 1, month 1. I'm going to have to pay $10,000 upfront, and then the 15% maintenance charge extends in years 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can repeat that with all the capital expenditure elements below SBCs. I wanted to give you an example of how the spreadsheet works. The second area is the operational components, which starts on row 17 and goes further down. And there are a few different components here, and I outlined some of the most common components. If you're not sure whether or not this is an exhaustive list, or there might be other areas in your environment that you need to really gather those costs for, hit the link below here, and that'll take you to the Evolve IP website, where we're happy to engage with you to really understand what your current environment looks like and do a true apples to apples comparison of what the cost looks like. So again, we have data center monthly recurring charges as an example. In the same demo environment that I'm talking about above, I'll assume that I need 2 different data centers because I want to build a redundant solution. And I'm going to assume, based on if I need a rack at each data center with some internet and obviously the space to house the servers and SBC infrastructure that I'm buying, I'm assuming I need about a full rack, and I'm going to put in a cost there of about $1,500 a month, roughly. And that cost may be higher or lower based on what you're doing and whether you use a third party for data center costs, et cetera, et cetera. Just an example and illustrative to show you kind of how the spreadsheet works. That cost then rolls up in years 1 through 5. So that $1,500 is rolled up when it's a quantity 2, so it's $3,000 a month or $36,000 annually, and that runs years 1 through year 5. Then I have a whole bunch of different components here, including full-time employees for management and support of the solution. Since you will be building yourself, you certainly have to factor in the cost to maintain and support a solution that you are building yourself. So how the business captures and accurately depicts that cost is up to you. And again, if you need more information or you're looking for best practices, please click the link below. We're happy to have a conversation and help you through that comparison of what you're looking to do. Rows can also be added. So if I highlight and copy row 22, I hit the copy button, I can right click again, insert copied cells. Formulas will drag through and I can change the component of this new line that I added and put in a quantity and a cost. And you'll see those formulas populate through years 1 through year 5. So the blue fields are meant to be filled out by you. Anything other than blue will automatically calculate based on your inputs. If you need any assistance with filling out this form or you have questions around the different components of direct routing, it can get pretty complicated at times. Again, please hit the link below, give us a call. We're happy to engage with you and walk you through this in your Microsoft Teams direct routing solution. Appreciate you taking a look, and hopefully this tool is a great resource for you.